Okay, now let's visualize some data. We're using the GitHub archive data, a mirror of all public GitHub events. So you see users, different event types that are stored there, and we imported that data, downloaded from GitHub archive, and ingested it to Crate. It's a 12-node Crate cluster, it's multiple table, and also this GitHub table. Total, it's sharded in 744 shards plus one replica in multiple partitions, where we are holding these 1.1 terabyte data. That is in total 570 million records in this Crate cluster. And the schema is pretty straightforward. It has an actor with different subfields. So we're storing here this JSON data, created at timestamp, payload with different fields being indexed, repository information, and so on. So now let's visualize the data. Zoomdata, we created this Crate connection with the enterprise data connector, and the definition of the data source is also quite simple. So it's using that Crate connection where we pointed to the JDBC URL of that cluster. It's also different tables here. I connected it to the GitHub table. I'm omitting some of the fields that I don't use here for this visualization, and I also can provide a nicer name if I like to the columns. I also could do a rescheduled discovery in case there are schema changes, and I also have to choose the axis for the time axis using the created at field. So if I save this data source, I can go straight to the visualization of it. I'm doing a donut visualization, and now it's querying Crate and running the operations on this 1 terabyte of data, 540 million events. So we see the distribution of the events between push events, watch events, Crate events, and so on. If I limit the time frame here, you see that the graph is updating in real time. But now let's do a visualization that is probably not related to the events, but different dimension. So I'd like to look at the programming language that was used there. So we see some have no programming language associated because probably the event does not make sense in relation to a programming language. So let's remove the null values, and you see instantly in this large data set how fast the queries respond. If I change the time frame that I want to visualize, you also see that the update happens instantly. Now let's drill down in one language and see how popular it is. So I'm going to the JavaScript and look at the trend in there. So we see now in this time frame how the trend evolves. If I go a little bit further back, you see also how fast it is updating. Also changing the group by. I want to see this on a weekly granularity level, or even go down further to see how it's evolving over the hourly base. So or even at the minute base. So you see this is happening really super fast in Zoomdata.